Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Opposite Sides of the Spectrum. If you are new, I'm Lauren. And y'all, I'm sorry, I know I've been on a hiatus. Life has just been very busy, very chaotic. I'm ready for 2025 to wrap it up. And I never want to see this year again. This year has definitely been very rough. Very rough year, full of a lot of changes, a lot of transitions, a lot of growing pains. But as y'all can see, I have not done like a cooking video for y'all in a long time. Let me take off my headphones. I know I'm looking crazy with these headphones on my head. I always wear these. I'm getting some new headphones, y'all, so I know they're raggedy, but these are my safe haven. So, happy early Thanksgiving. I know the history behind Thanksgiving was definitely also not great. But this is just gonna be like a catch up with Lauren video while y'all watch me make the mac and cheese. Yes, I'm making the mac and cheese for my family. I know mac and cheese is a serious dish for Thanksgiving. I get it, but Lauren's making it. So, so to start out with, I got some Tillamook. This is the medium cheddar cheese. My friend actually put me onto this brand. This actually is really good, especially when you're doing mac and cheese. I also have the Tillamook sharp cheddar. And last but least, I have the Tillamook extra sharp white cheddar. So I could not really, I don't know if this is the same as Vermont cheese, but it always works every single time. So I hope y'all can see that. Let me redo them so y'all can just kind of see. And y'all, this cheese is very expensive. These little blocks of cheese cost me probably almost $25 because it was $7.99 for each cheese. So this is my cheese grater. I know I need a better one, but this is my cute one. It's the cactus, as y'all can see, because I do have a plant cactus named Cam. So I saw it and I thought about plant son. So that's why I have this. I do have some gloves. I'm about to put the gloves on before I start shredding the cheese. But while I'm shredding the cheese, how has y'all's year been? How would you rate this year? And I need some scissors so I can cut this cheese open. How would y'all rate this year? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Honestly, for me, I think I would give this year a 1. Like, don't get me wrong. There were some good moments this year. But overall, it was not a great year. The bad definitely outweighed the good. And I hate to say that because I don't want to come across as someone who's not grateful. Hold on, y'all. But at the same time, I am someone who wants to be honest with how I feel, and I just was not in a great headspace this year, as y'all already know. Now, I will say, as y'all can see, I'm in a way nicer place. So yes, I am very, very grateful that I was able to move out of that horrible place and into this new spot, which is really, really nice. But as far as emotionally goes, that was really still a rough year. Relationship-wise, with people, that was been really rough. And I know everybody's been going through it this year, so that's why I said I definitely want to hear about how y'all's year has gone, because I'm ready for the new year, but not just because it's a new year, because I think a lot of people think, oh, because it's a new year, it's automatically going to be better. And not saying it's not, but you also have to put in the work for that year to be better. It's not just like, oh, it's the new year, so that means it's automatically going to be better. What are you doing to make that year better, too? I know for me, I have a lot of things, a lot of goals that I simply want to achieve. So, I'm ready for this new year because There's so many things, and you don't have to wait till the new year to start doing new things. You can start today, especially if you already know what you want to do. But yeah, y'all, I just pray and wish that we at least end this year out on a good note, and that even if you're not celebrating any type of holidays, that ooh, shoot, sorry, y'all, that you're still finding joy with the people that you enjoy spending time with in your life, your family, your friends, anybody. Like, I just really hope that people are building really good connections with people and being loving, because we all could use love and support as a human being. When you put race aside, when you put tax bracket status aside, you know, honestly, I feel like this is the year that I will say, regardless if you're rich, middle class, poor, everybody has felt, for the most part, something. And I think this is the year that really has taught us we really do need each other regardless of where we stand in life. And we need the support of each other, regardless of your race, regardless of what's going on. We everybody needs some type of support. So I really hope that we keep supporting each other, because that we really need it. And you know, I'm almost done, as y'all can see. I'm still working. And yes, I do a lot of things by hand. I know there are machines that could have made this way easier, but am I going to spend the $400 for it when this is the only thing I make maybe 2 to 3 times a year? No. It's not an investment that I feel I need to make, because, you know, I don't be making mac and cheese like crazy a lot. So, but yeah, after I'm done with this, I'm going to head to the stove so I can start making the elbow noodles. And I'm kind of nervous. I always get nervous about that part every year because of the salt. Because if you put too much salt, you got to start over. I made that mistake one year where something was tasting just extremely salty. And for the life of me, it took me forever to figure out that I made the mac and cheese way too salty. So yeah, y'all, if it's too salty, just start over. So, but thankfully I do have 2 packs of elbow noodles, which hopefully I don't have to get my emergency one, because I know these stores are pretty much gonna be out of stock. Because I already had the eggs, the butter, and the elbow noodles, so I did not need to get that. But I still had to get the heavy cream, the milk, because I don't drink cow milk anymore. So I only get that if I'm making like certain things that require that milk, like cornbread, or in this case mac and cheese. So, all right, I finished one cheese. We're gonna do the sharp cheddar now. So yeah, and that ran me about $30 just to make mac and cheese. And this is for like a small amount. This is not for small, this is for a small gathering for my family. It's only gonna be probably like 10 people, if that. So if you're making mac and cheese for 30 plus people, I know that ring you a smooth $100 plus, because it's a lot, y'all. So I hope everybody's helping to contribute this year. Once again, this year has been rough for everybody. So if there's usually only one person in your family that's doing all the cooking, the cleaning, buying the stuff, chip in this year and really, really be supportive. That family member will be very grateful. Help and stay and clean up. Contribute in some type of way. Because growing up, my grandmother was the one who would literally buy everything, start cooking days ahead, because my grandma made everything, the desserts, the main the main dish, the sides. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't look at what I'm doing. My grandma did all of it. And growing up as a kid, you know, sometimes you don't really see all the work behind the scenes. You just go over there when the food's ready and you're ready to eat and grub. My grandma would make 8 to 9 to 10 different pies. She would make the ham, the turkey, the mac and cheese, the green beans, the cranberry sauce, a pea salad, the cornbread, the dressing. Like, my grandma did it all for so long. And my grandma, you know, got sick a couple of years ago. And so, that's when everybody, you know, started helping and chipping in. And it should not have taken that long, let's be real. And it's not like we did not ask my grandma. But if you can chip in, please do. For the kids, if you want to help cook. Now, I know some family members do not like other people to be in the kitchen while they're cooking. I get it. If they tell you to go sit down, if that's helping contribute, go sit down. But for those who can contribute another way, financially, if they're asking, hey y'all, can we all just put this amount towards the meat, sit down together and really figure out and plan what we want to do that. But contribute. The small things go a long way. And I think you just become so comfortable with just receiving, and you're not giving. If you want to contribute this year, go to a food shelter, a food bank. Because I know those lines, sadly, this year are going to be very long. Not that they're usually not, but I know this year a lot of people were struggling that a lot of people struggled that weren't expecting to struggle. With the government shutdown, which prayers go out to those who are just now getting paid, still haven't been paid. Like, my heart really does go out to y'all, because this has just been horrible seeing people go through this and dealing with the repercussions of something that was out of our control. Like, oh yeah, y'all. But yeah, I've been making mac and cheese for the last 2 years now. 2, 3. 1 year I made, it's fine, y'all. 1 year I made cinnamon rolls. And a lot of people actually did like cinnamon rolls, because we never had cinnamon rolls. We always just had cake and pie. And I'm not big on cake, really. Like, I like cake, don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick a favorite dessert, it definitely would be cinnamon rolls. That is my favorite dessert right now. So, it was nice to do something different. So, okay, y'all, I'm almost done. I have one more thing of cheese to cut, and that's the white, sharp, the extra sharp white cheese. So yeah. But anyway, after I'm done with this, making a mac and cheese today, I'm gonna head to my parents. So I'm excited about that. Oh shoot. So we're gonna get this cheese going. And they only had like the 8 ounce of this cheese, and all the other ones I had a 16 ounce. So we gotta make do with what we have. Because Lauren Reese was not going back out today. I got all of this on Sunday. So yeah. But yeah, y'all. I'm trying to think what else to talk about because I had a whole bunch of stuff in my head and then it just went blank. But I'm trying to think of something in the news that's been going on that deserves a conversation, because not everything deserves a conversation. Dang, I'm really trying to think. Well, how do y'all feel about the AI stuff? We can talk about that. How do y'all feel about the AI? Because I have my own opinions about it, but I feel like when it comes to technology, not all technology is bad if done in moderation. But as we all know, we are not a country of moderation. We are a country of reactiveness and not proactiveness. So with there not being a lot of rules and guidelines around this AI stuff, that definitely is presenting problems and is going to get worse. There definitely needs to be rules and regulations around AI because it is taking away people's jobs. I don't care if people say it is. And it's getting harder to find a job because now not only are you competing with other people, but you're competing with robots. You're competing with technology, and I feel like if companies can see that it's cheaper to hire technology versus paying a human being, then they're going to choose that because it's going to save money for their company. But what I don't understand is that with millions of people being out of work, it doesn't matter how many robots you have because nobody's going to have the money to buy your products. So if people can't buy your stuff, did it really matter to have this robots? Because you're cutting back, but you're also having no revenue. You're not bringing in any money. And I've seen a lot of companies go bankrupt this year and shutting down because, you know, the young group, which is 25 to 35, which I'm in that age range, we see that there's a problem. And I feel like my group we're actually doing good with being proactive. We see there's a problem. How are we going to fix it? So, oh, y'all, I'm hot. Hold on, I'm going to take this off because I am hot. I am hot. So, hold on, let me take this off. Okay. Alright. Let me throw that in the trash. The cheese that I'm not using that touched the thing. So, alright, y'all. So, I'm done shredding the cheese. It's this big pot of cheese that y'all can see. So, next, sorry if I'm moving the camera, but the next thing I'm going to do is make the elbow noodles. Now, I always use this one recipe, and it don't matter how many times I make this mac and cheese, I always use this recipe as a reference because I just want to make sure that I'm getting this done correctly. So yeah, I need to boil it for 7 to 8 minutes. And I need to make these salty, but once again, not too salty. I thought about trying something different this year and doing chicken bouillon in the water because you can use that in replacement of salt. Because that chicken bouillon, don't do what I did. Do not use a lot of that because it will make your mac and cheese real salty. So if you're gonna use that, use a small amount, a real small amount. So, oh yeah, that's already. Okay, where is my other salt? Because I do have some salt, but I'm trying to see. We're gonna use the Himalayan pink salt. Trying to make sure y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? Okay, I'll get what I'm doing. So first, let me pour some water. And let this boil. And then once it's boiled, I will come back on camera so I can show y'all oh shit, what I did. All right, so I know this is taking forever, but I'm trying to make sure that it's salty, but not crazy salty. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, I think that should be enough salt. I hope and pray. Let me try it right quick. Let me get a spoon. I'm gonna get like a little baby spoon. My little cute spoons. Okay, let me just see. I think it could be a little bit saltier. Alright, okay, that should be enough. Alright. Okay, I do have a gas stove, y'all, so I'm gonna turn it on. And I'm gonna put it on 7. I need to really just put it on high, but I turned it on, so now I'm just gonna wait until it gets ready. And then here's my mac and cheese. I'm just gonna leave that over there. I'm gonna leave that over there. Let me get, I'm just gonna get something to put something over it. There we go. Okay, well actually since that's boiling, I'm gonna move on to something else. So while that's getting going, I'm going to Um, in a separate bowl, I'm going to go ahead and mix milk, heavy cream, and eggs. All right, let me see how many eggs I need. 2 eggs. Okay, let me get another bowl. We're going to get this bowl. All right, we're just going to get this type of bowl. Alright, and then I need milk, heavy cream, the regular milk. I need to get those smaller milks because that's gonna be the way. I'm gonna see if my parents want that. And then eggs, which I do have enough eggs. Alright. Okay, and then let me see what I need to do. Alright, let me see how much milk I need. So I need 1 cup of milk. Alright, so I actually this year bought me a new glass measuring cup, y'all. Because that plastic one, I could not see nothing on there. So I'm going to put 1 cup of milk. And I try to clean as I go, but I'm not always the best. Alright. It's a little bit more, but that's not bad. Okay. Yeah, we got 1 cup of milk. We're gonna go ahead and put that milk up. I need 2 eggs. So let me get a bag. This is how I crack my eggs on. So if you don't like it, it is what it is. I give me a little Walmart bag. And then I'm gonna get 2 eggs. And go ahead and put that back up. And we're gonna go ahead and crack them. Alright. And then I'm gonna wrap that up, throw that in the trash. My hands. Alright. Get a napkin and dry my hands off. Alright. And then I need heavy cream. A 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Okay. Oop, if I can get this open. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, let me make sure I'm putting just enough. Alright. Alright. And then I know I'm forgetting something. I think it's the sour cream that I'm forgetting. Okay, let me see. Alright. No, that was it. Okay, I forgot when I added the sour cream. Okay, I added when I actually do the noodles, okay. Okay. And then I can also add onion powder, black pepper. That's what I'm missing, okay. All right, black pepper, onion powder. So yeah, this is the brand I have right now. And then I do have some more. I bought some more. And we're gonna move that to the side. And then pepper. Like, I like pepper, but I'm not like a crazy person on pepper. And then onion powder. Alright, we're just gonna put that amount. That looks good to me. And then I need to get, I'm trying to find, here it is. Alright. My ghetto list that I just be lazy to put up, so now I'm gonna stir that up. Alright, okay, this is still taking forever, so we're gonna move it up a little bit. Which is what I should have probably did to begin with. Alright, I think it's pretty much done. Now this is how I cook, so look, if you see somebody doing wrong, look. Well, that's gonna need to get cleaned. I was done with it anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much how it looks right now. So I'm just still waiting for the water to boil so I can put in the noodles. And then the noodles are supposed to cook for 7 to 8 minutes. So I'm gonna be using a timer, I guess, on my phone, or just you can look at it, see when it's kind of done, so you can eyeball it and tell when they're ready. So so yeah, I'm gonna come back, y'all, when they're done and I'm pouring this mix into the noodles. Alright, y'all, we are back. So I drained most of the water, not all of it, because I don't want it to be dry. So what I'm gonna do now is I have a 1 stick of unsalted butter. I'm not gonna use all of it, but since I did already set it out, it's not hard. But what I've done in the past is, once it gets to this stage, if you have not taken your butter out, for me that's fine, because what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it. I'm gonna do one of these. And you can literally just slice it and it'll melt, because it's that pasta water is so hot. It'll just melt in it. So that's a little Lauren trick. Once again, I did not go to culinary school. I just started kind of enjoying the kitchen. Not kind of, like, I do enjoy being in the kitchen a lot more than I did in the past. So I got about 4 things of butter. I know those are big chunks. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, after stirring that butter up, I'm going to mix the concoction that I made earlier before I ended the first part of the video. So I'm going to pour all of this in here. Now, that's a trick that I've done, and it's worked. So as y'all see with the butter, I'm stirring that butter in, all the other ingredients in, which you probably should get a fork for this, but I don't feel like washing a whole bunch of dishes before I leave to my parents. So we doing it the Lauren way. If you don't want to do it the Lauren way, you don't have to. All right. I am going to also add some additional seasonings. I do have some Lowry seasoned salt. I would not use a lot of this because it is salty. But that should, yeah, be enough. That should definitely be enough. You don't want it too salty to where it's nasty. All right. Making sure all that seasoned salt got on all the noodles. All right. The butter has been melted in, as y'all can see. And then I do have that sour cream that I have not added that I also need to go ahead and add. So bear with me, y'all. I'm watching the video to making sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay, yeah. Next is the sour cream. This is brand new sour cream that I just bought. So I got a new spoon. This is probably about, I'm not good with measurements, y'all. So if y'all good with measurements, I put about that much. A sour cream in there. And then let me just make sure that yeah, that looks like I got enough sour cream in there. And once again, since the water is already so hot, it's easy to melt all the ingredients in it. So after I finish putting the sour cream, let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start doing that. All right. So I got that. I'm just gonna throw that in there, because I'm gonna clean it with everything else. All right, so this is the sour cream ingredient. Once again, I wanna make sure all the noodles had a chance to get some sour cream. All right. All right. Okay, so we got that mixed in really good. Make sure once again I get all the sides. All right. I do not want to leave one noodle out, so that's why I'm doing this one step over and over again. All right. So next, I'm going to get some of the cheese, not all of the cheese. Because I need it for, let me see, let me find a better way to do this. We're going to take this knife that I already used. All right, so we're just going to get, once again, I don't want to get all of the cheese, just enough, because I'm really going to put it on top in the next step. And I did already turn my oven on to 350. That's just kind of my go-to. Even if somebody says, oh, do 425 or do 475, I just default it to 350 because, yeah, it cooks slower, but I'd rather something cook slower and I just need to cook it a little bit longer than it cooked too fast. And now I'm messed up and I have to start over because that's not fun either. So that's why 350 is always my default. If I do, for whatever reason, go past 350, I do set a timer. So if they say, oh, it's going to take 20 minutes, I do 15 minutes. Just to make sure I'm not over cooking it. So, yeah, as y'all can see, I did put some of the cheese in it. And I know it don't look real cheesy right now. It will. I just don't want to use all the cheese because I've done that before and I did not have enough cheese and I was stacking it in the pan and I did not like that. So I just barely gave it some cheese. I know this is mac and cheese, y'all, so bear with me. It'll have cheese on it. Alright, I just want to slowly introduce the noodles to the cheese. Alright. So I got all of that done. Alright. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm skipping stuff that I already did. Okay. Alright. So I also got some pans from the Dollar Tree, y'all, and I will not be going back to that Dollar Tree. Alright, so yeah, we're at this step now, y'all. So I got these two pans because the year that I made the cinnamon rolls, I had a huge pan and it was so big that it did not fit in my grandmother's oven when I was trying to reheat the cinnamon rolls. So I don't want to do that with the mac and cheese. So I decided to just get two smaller pans that I know would fit in her oven. So, sorry, I'm just taking this tape stuff off. Alright. So I'm gonna move. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna move these out of the way. And I'm gonna put this right here. Get the top. Put this back on the sour cream. Put that back in the refrigerator. And then the butter I am gonna need, so I'm gonna leave the butter over here. I took out 2 sticks just in case. Alright, I'm tempted to put some more pepper. Because now is the time if you want to start mixing stuff to mix stuff in here. So, I'm going to put a little bit more onion powder, not too much. Alright, that's enough. And then let me just make sure. I'm not putting any more of that Lowry salt. I'm not putting any more of that. Okay, yeah, it looks like that's good. The paprika will come in. Alright, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up one more time. One more time. Alright. And then I'm good. I'm not adding anything else. Because I know onion powder is strong. So I ain't adding nothing else. But I just wanted to just make sure it was seasoned really, really good. Alright. And I kind of eyeball it. So, alright. Okay, as y'all can see now, I like the consistency. Now, if y'all don't want it like this, of course, when I added the mixture of the heavy cream, the milk, the egg, You don't have to add all of it. You can kind of gradually add it to see how moist and how, the texture you like of your mac and cheese. But because I already poured out all that water, I just added everything to kind of give the noodles its moisture back in a way. That's also why I took the water out, because I didn't want it to be too watery with the water in that. So now, what I'm gonna do is, so the mac and cheese doesn't stick, we're gonna put that over here as well. I am going to get the stick of butter that I already opened, and I'm just gonna wipe it across, so once again the mac and the noodles and the cheese is not sticking to the pan. Alright. And I don't know, I'm assuming I'm gonna need the other pan. I'm just gonna go ahead and color it in butter as well. And once again, y'all, ignore my more in definition languages. I know coloring does not go in this definition, but it is what it is because I'm cooking. Alright, so after I coated that in butter, my hands literally smell like butter now. I'm going to kind of wash my hands so I can get that butter. I don't want that butter to me. So, all right, after we do all that, I'm gonna start pouring the noodles in the pan. So yeah. All right. So because I have two pans, I'm gonna also bring the cheese back, which is this huge thing of cheese that I have, y'all. So we're gonna put that right there. And then I'm going to, don't do what I just did, y'all. Don't do what I just did. I'm just gonna put it closer so I'm not wasting noodles. It's too expensive to be wasting food. So yeah, we're going to, all right, I'm just gonna gently pat the noodles. Now I know it's looking kind of thin right now. And then the cheese. Okay, I don't have no more gloves, so we don't have to. I'm just gonna use my hands. All right. Okay. All right. And we're just going to put the cheese over. All right, and then we're going to repeat the step again. All right. Okay. All right, we're just going to I probably could have put all this in one pan, to be honest. So if I'm feeling like, okay, yeah, this is doing too much, I'm just gonna put that, transfer it into that pan, y'all. But I'm gonna wait and see. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and scoop up. We just gonna do it this way. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay. And then we're gonna put some cheese into this one. Because honestly, I really didn't even need 2 pans. I was fine with just one. But once again, y'all, I didn't know how this was going to turn out with just using, because this pan is not as long as my glass pan that I have, because I didn't want to transport glass pans and it wastes and breaks. I didn't want to do all that. So that's why I just opted into getting this. Alright, let me in the corner. Yeah, y'all, I'm thinking I might just put this all in one pan. We'll see. Alright. Okay, we're going to get this knife so I can scrape this cheese off, because I'm not trying to waste any food. So we're gonna go ahead and get that going. I'm just gonna put that right there because I'm gonna clean this kitchen before I leave. All right. Okay. Alright, so we're going to, let me get this knife again, scrape this from this, I don't even know what this is called, but this is my first time using this utensil. Or this kitchen appliance, whatever it's called. Alright. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I mean, I guess it ended up working out with both of them. So, alright, now I'm just going to spread this evenly. The remaining noodles I do have left. Alright. Okay. And then I still have a whole bunch of cheese that I have not used that I do want to use. Alright. Alright, and I'm just gonna pour that in there. And then we're gonna pour all of that in here. Alright, I know it's gonna be real cheesy, y'all, but it's mac and cheese, so. Alright. Okay, we're gonna put all of that on there. I'm just gonna put that in that corner. Ouch. Alright, and then we're going to it might not have been best to use this tool because it gets caught up in the little thingies, but it is what it is. Okay, we got that going. just put in the noodles that fell. Alright. So now I was able to get both pans full of mac and cheese. Alright. It's gonna look good. I know right now it's kind of looking in, but it's gonna come together. It's gonna come together. Alright. Because, yeah, both of them, I mean, this one's definitely heavier. So I don't think I did bad with going with two of the options. So after I do all of that, okay, sorry, y'all. I'm scrolling to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, I'm gonna put some more butter. On top. Okay, let me scroll. All right, yeah. So now I'm going to add the smoked paprika. This is what gives it that color at the top. This is my favorite smoked paprika that I like. So we're not gonna put a lot. And before I put it in the oven, I will move that out the way so y'all can actually see how they look. So I'm just gonna sprinkle to make sure it's not too much, but it's also enough. Okay, yeah, that's enough. So kind of like, just gently pouring the paprika on it, just barely, not. And you can add how much you want, but all right. Okay, it looks pretty even on both. So after I done sprayed the paprika across, I think I'm gonna add the butter. Yeah, I'm gonna add the sticks of butter, and then cover it, and I'm gonna put it in there for about 40 minutes. So, all right, let me show y'all the sticks before, the pans before I put the butter. So yeah, y'all, this is how it looks before it's going in the oven. And then let me get my other pan. This one's not as heavy, but yeah, y'all, this is how it's looking. So now I'm going to get my knife again. Y'all, I told y'all, look, I already got to wash all these dishes anyway. So we're gonna just put butter. I'm gonna do thinner slices of butter. I do actually have a lot of butter because I really don't use a lot of butter when I'm cooking stuff. Alright. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing for this pan. Alright, it's not wanting to come off. We're gonna chop it like that. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright, and then we're just going to, okay, we're gonna stick that, and I'm done with that stick of butter. So we're gonna throw that in the trash because I'm really done with that. I'm really done with this knife too. So now that we did all of that, we're actually gonna wrap it up in foil. And then we're gonna put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna be cleaning. these dishes, my clothes, packing. Because once this mac and cheese is done, y'all, I'm heading straight to my parents before that traffic gets crazy. It's already gonna be quite an hour drive. So yeah. And then when I get to my grandma's, I'm gonna reheat it tomorrow. So yeah, y'all, that's the plan as of right now. And then of course, when I take it out the oven, I will get back on camera so y'all can see the final product. But okay, alright, just gonna stick it like that. And then I'm gonna fold it since it said to make the recipe said to make sure. And this is the recipe by Just Lou on YouTube. So her recipe is really, really good. So check her out. This is her recipe. And I've used this for the last 2-3 years and I've gotten good results from it. So that's wrapped up really good. Alright. This is wrapped up really good. Okay. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to put it in the oven for about, once again, 40 minutes. Okay, let me make sure the corners are wrapped in really good. Alright. I'm going to put both of those in the oven. And we're going to let that cook, y'all, for 40 minutes. So once again, I will be back on with the camera when it's done. Peace for right now. Okay, y'all, I am back. What's up? Okay, so it's been 40 minutes. Like 40 minutes went by so fast. I still have to wash these dishes that I didn't even get to yet. I was putting up all my clothes and that took longer than anticipated. So what I'm gonna do now is I got some new mittens, y'all. It says your opinion wasn't in the recipe. So I'm gonna take the mac and cheese out, and then I'm going to uncover it from the foil, and then I'm going to just put it on broil for about maybe 2 to 5 minutes, not that long, and I'm definitely gonna stay in here to watch it. So, ooh, okay, let me make sure. This oven kind of be tricking me a little bit, because, yeah, all right, alright, okay. All right, we're gonna put that down. Ooh. Okay, and then we're gonna grab that out. Okay. All right, I'm not one of those women that can get the foil. Let me put this back on. I'm not trying to burn myself. So we're just gonna gently open it. I'm not a chef, y'all, so. Hold on, I'm trying not to burn myself. All right, so I'm gonna undo the foil so I can see how it looks. All right. Okay, I'm gonna put some more, oops, okay. I'm gonna reuse this foil, y'all, because foil's too high. So let me take it off. All right. So this is how it's looking. I'm gonna put some more paprika on it because it doesn't have that color that I want. I'm trying to see if y'all can see. All right. So that's how it's looking. That's how it's looking. So yeah, y'all, I'm going to get some more paprika and put it on. If I can find what I just did with it. What did I do with it? Hold on, y'all. Here it is. Okay, I found it. All right, I'm gonna move it back down so y'all can see. Okay, so y'all can see this one better. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna put some more paprika on it. Because once again, I want it to have that color. Ooh, okay, that's kind of a lot. All right. And then I'm going to pour some more on this one. Once again, I just wanted to have that mac and cheese authentic color. All right. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more on here. All right, that's enough. I'm going to get this little corner right here. Sorry, y'all, I'm being picky with my mac and cheese right now. All right, that's enough. I'm not putting no more paprika on it. All right, so now I'm gonna put it on broil. Hold on. It's on 500, so yeah, I'm only gonna keep this in here maybe about 2 minutes, so it's not burning. So when you're doing this part, y'all, this can make and break how it looks. So make sure you're staying right here. Do not wander off nowhere. So I'm going to put that back in there. Ooh, didn't want it to tip off my hand. We're gonna put that on there. And then what time is it? Okay, well, 4:50. So around 6 minutes. I'm just gonna literally stay right here, y'all. So yeah, y'all, it's getting ready. I can go ahead and start cleaning this kitchen, which once again, I already started soaking the dishes. I still gotta pack, y'all. I was gonna pack last night and I got lazy. So that's why I still have not packed. So be proactive, do not be reactive like Lauren right now. But yeah, what are y'all cooking for Thanksgiving? If y'all are cooking, are y'all having any non-traditional dishes? Because I know for me, my family eats the same thing for Christmas and Thanksgiving. And honestly, I'm hoping this year we do something different. I'm ready to try something different. We can do African cuisine, Indian cuisine, Mexican cuisine. I really like seafood. I'm just tired of eating the same old, especially because I don't eat beef and pork anymore. So what are y'all eating? I'm very curious. Drop in the comments below what y'all are preparing, what y'all are doing. What are some of y'all's family traditions for the holidays if y'all do celebrate the holidays? Are y'all traveling? Are y'all staying? I know I'm staying in town. I'm not flying. So let me check right quick. All right. So yeah, y'all, I'm checking. I'm not playing with this broil. So I just want to make sure it's looking good. It tastes good. So once again, this is my second year in a row making mac and cheese. Everybody really liked it last year, so I hope I get the same results this year. So, oh, where's the light? I forgot I also have a light on here. Oven light. Okay. So I can also see how it's cooking. Because I did kind of go crazy with the paprika because I really wanted it to look like mac and cheese. So I think it's going to taste really good. It looks really, really good. I'm excited about what everybody else is bringing. So that butter that melted in, I think that really helped it stay moist too. So So yeah, I am just looking at it to make sure it's cooking how I want it to cook. It's looking really, really good. Like I said, I made this from scratch. So I think it's pretty simple for somebody that was not good in the kitchen whatsoever to now pretty good. You can ask my friends. I think how compared to where I am versus I was 2 to 3 years ago, a drastic improvement. So just get in the kitchen and try. If cooking is something you want to improve on. I know that's not everybody's strength. I know it's not mine, but I definitely can cook a whole lot better versus 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, y'all, I'm just still looking at it. I'm about to probably take it out in like a minute or two. And then I'm going to let it cool off on the oven while I clean this nice kitchen. And then I am going to show y'all the finished product before I turn this camera off because I'm ready to go. I have a lot of things to do. I'm also trying to finish up Christmas shopping. And speaking of that, have y'all started Christmas shopping? Or y'all just waiting to the last minute? Or y'all not celebrating at all this year? I know there's been a lot of people not celebrating the holidays this year, understandably. So let me know what y'all are doing. I mainly want to do stuff for the kids this year. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so I just wanted to give it a good spirit. I know this was not a good year for me at all. So I just wanted the kids to have something to look forward to. So, and of course I'm getting some stuff for friends and family and whatnot. But let me know, have y'all already started? I have already started. I always start with the kids. it is what it is. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's pretty much done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. And then I'm gonna switch over to my friends. So just let me know if y'all have already got gifts. And let me move this down so y'all can see when I take it out. So let me go ahead and take this mac and cheese out now. It's been in there for a minute. I've constantly been checking on it. So, ooh, it smells good, y'all. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells really, really good. So, ooh, that smells so good. All right. It looks good. It smells good. I am going to clean my oven because it needs to be cleaned. Put these back in the drawer. All right. So this is the end product. Let me take my phone off so y'all can actually see the mac and cheese. So let me flip see it. So this is the mac and cheese that I made. I think it does definitely look better in person, but as you can see, it's pretty similar, pretty much the same consistency. So 2 pans of mac and cheese, which I'm very happy about. And thank y'all for being on my Thanksgiving / catch up with Lauren journey today. I hope y'all are having a good end of the year, whatever, regardless of y'all celebrating or not. I wish nothing but hope, peace, prosperity into everybody's lives, and peace.